In this video, we are going to create this PDF reader in which we can read the PDF files from assets, from the URL and from the storage. And after that, we can also create a PDF in this application. So this is the UI, and if I just click on this help button, we can show a PDF from our assets. As you can see, this is the assets, and we can also show the page count as this PDF contains 2 pages. And after that, if we want to load up URL, so I will just click on this and it will load the URL and the file, the PDF file from the URL. And after that, if we want to load a file from our storage, so I will just click on this select file, and in here the storage will be open, and now we can select a PDF file. So for example, this one, and you can see this is the file I selected from my storage, and we can also zoom it and zoom out. So in this video we are going to create all this. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and press that bell icon so you will be notified whenever a new video is uploaded. And watch this video till the end so that you won't have any issue implementing it. So let's start. Okay, so this is our project which is running on my real device, and in this project we have created an assets folder in which we have fonts and images folder, and after that we have a sample.pdf file. So in the fonts folder we have these 2 fonts, and after that in the images we have these 4 images. So after that in the pubspec.yaml file we have registered them. So as you can see, these are the fonts, and after that these are the assets we are going to use in our application. So just close it, and after that in the lib folder we have these 3 files. So in the constant.dart we have these colors, and after that we have the names of our font family, so we can easily just enter them and access our font family. In the main.dart we have a main method in which we are setting our status bar color to white and also changing the brightness color to dark. And after that we have a stateless widget in which we are returning a material app with these properties. And in here for the home property we are passing a home screen which is a stateful widget, and in here we are returning a scaffold with an app bar and a container. Okay, so everything is clear. Now let's build it. So first of all we need to set our app bar. So for now we will use a title with a text widget. So I will just say PDF reader, and now we need to style it, so text style, and after that we need to change the font family to our Poppins bold and Poppins bold, and after that we need to change the color. So the color will be color start black 87, and after that we need to change the size, so the size will be 18, and just save it. Okay, so let's just copy this style from here and go to your constant, and in here let's create a method. So it will be of text style, and let's call it bold style. So this is our method in which we will return this style. And now we need to set our color is equal to color start black 87 if we don't pass any color to it, and after that we need to make a double of size, so the size will be 16.16, and now we can set the size here and also the color here. Okay, so go back to home screen, and now instead of this whole text style we can say bold style, and remove this constant from here, and we are good to go. And if we want to increase the size of it, we can pass the size as 18, and okay. Now we need to make it in center, so the center title will be true, and after that leading. So for now I will just use it as a decoration, so it will be icon start sort rounded, and the color will be color start black 87, and after that I will use an actions. In here I will use a button, so it will be an icon button which will be empty for now. So for the icon I will choose icon start help, and the color will be our custom color which is button color. and just save it. Okay, so our app bar is done. Let's go to our body and let's remove it. Okay, so now we need to use a column here, and in here children, let me just scroll it. Okay, so in here let's divide our screen, so expanded container and set the color to color start red. Now just copy it and change it to green, save it. Okay, so now the screen is divided into two parts. Let's just increase the flex of our second, so it will be 3. Okay, so in this part we will show an image and some text, and after that in this part we will show the remaining. In the red container, let's use a child. It will be an image.asset and asset slash images slash bg.jpg. So after that we need to set the alignment, so alignment dot center left, and now we can remove this color from here. Okay, so everything is done. Now go to your green container and in here wrap this container in a column, and after that wrap this container into a expanded. Now just copy it and paste it and change the color to amber. Now you need to make the flex as 2 and flex as 3. Okay, so in the green part we want to show the recent files, and in the yellow part we will show our buttons. So let's create our green part first. So in here in the green part we will show our padding, so padding edge inset start all, and from all side I want 12, and after that just add some decoration, so box decoration, or we can just say remove it from here, and after that this expanded and this is also expanded. So what I can do, I will just wrap this column into a container, so we can change the color, so the color start white, so their background color is white, and let's use a decoration, so box decoration, cut it from here, paste it, and we can use our border radius, so the border radius starts circular, or let's just make it rounded from the top only, so it will be vertical, top radius starts circular 16. Okay, so after that go to the green container, and in this green container let's just child and use a column children, and in here we want to use our text widget, so I will just say text and name it recent files, and now we need to style it, so it will be our bold style, save it. Okay, so now we need to decrease its size, or let's just change its font family. Go to your constant and add a property of font family also, so that if we want to change it, font is equal to our Poppins bold, and it will be font, and also make it from bold style to text style. Go here and change it to text style, and also set it the remaining bold style as text style. Okay, so everything is clear. Now if we don't pass any font family, it will be our font Poppins bold. So if we pass any, so it will be Poppins, save it. Okay, so after that let's just remove this. Okay, so after this I want some space, so I will use a size box with a height of 12, and after that I will just use a container here, so I can decorate. So I will just copy the decoration from here, So just copy this whole, paste it in this container and change the background color as our BG color dark. Save it. Now we need to add some padding here, so edge insert start all, and from all side I want 4 padding, and also just set it some height. So I will just create a variable up here. So let's say final size is equal to media query dot of context dot size. So now we can use it. So go back to your container. So this is our container, and in here set the height as let's say size dot width, and we need to set the height. So the height will be equal to 0.3. so I want to give 30% of my screen to this, and after that we need to set the cross axis of our column to start. Okay, so after that there is some issue. Okay, we need to make it circular, so it will be dot circular 16 and remove this constant. Okay, so everything is good, or we can make it 12. So after that we need to use a child. So for the child I will use list view dot separated, and in here we need to pass item builder, so it will be context and index, and in here I will just return my, let's say, container. And now we need to create a separator builder, so I will just context and index, and in here I will pass a divider with a color of colors dot white, and after that we need to pass item count, so it will be, let's say, 3, and after that we need to use our shrink wrap as we are in a column, so just save it. Okay, so we have 3 containers here. Instead of these containers I want to use list tile, and in here for the leading property I will use image.asset, and it will be assets images slash pdf dot png, and after that for the title I will use a text widget, and in here I will say file name, and for the style I will just use text style, and in here I will pass the font as Poppin, and after that the size will be same, but the color will be colors dot white. Okay, so this is the file name. After that I will just copy it and use a subtitle here, paste it and change it to path to file, save it. So this is our subtitle, and now we need to use some size here. So the size will be, let's say, 14 or 12, you can use any of these, so I will go with the 14. And after that we need to use a trailing property, so trailing, and for the trailing I will use a icon button, and in here I will use a icon as icons dot cancel, and for the color will be our button color, save it. Let's change the color to colors dot white, so we can easily see and remove. Okay, so now we can scroll it. Let's add some scrolling physics, so the physics will be bouncing scroll physics. Okay, everything is good. Let's just make it dot symmetric, so we can pass horizontal padding as 4 and vertical padding as 8. Okay, now everything is good. So 2 containers are done. Let's remove the background color. Okay, so after that we need to go to our yellow container. So in here I will just use a child with a column, and in here I will just use children and use a container here, and in this container I will just decorate it, and I will just copy the decoration. So where is the decoration? I will just copy it and paste it here, and after that change the color to color start blue for now, and after that children, and in here I will use a column children, and now I will use image.assets, and it will be assets/images/pdf file.png with a width of, let's say, 45, and after that I will use a text and say load URL, and after that we need to style it, so it will be text style, and the font will be our pop-in, and the size will be same, but the color will be color start white. Save it. Okay, so we have a button here. Now we need to style it, so I will just go to this container and wrap it with a column, expanded widget. So now we need to add some padding here, so it will be h insert start, for all it will be 8. Okay, so we have a button here. Let's just copy this expanded widget and cut it. Now let's create a widget down here, so it will be a widget type of method, and let's name it our button widget, and in here return this expanded widget. Save it, and now we can use it. So in this column let's remove this constant and add a row. So in this row children, and you call your button widget here 2 times because we want 2 buttons here, and after that I will just use a sized box with a height of 12 and call my button widget again. Save it. So these are our 3 buttons, but now we need to style them. So I will just use my row and wrap it with a sized box with a height of size.height into 0.12. Let's just set the width of this to size.width. Okay, so size is not available here, so I will just say media query dot of context dot size dot width. Okay, so everything is done. Let's add some padding here. So go to the container, means the yellow container, and add some padding, so it will be h insets, and from all side it will be 12. Okay, so everything is clear. Just copy this size box, paste it here and change it to width. And now we need to add some space, so I will go to this container and the column. So in here I will change the main axis alignment to space between. Okay, so after that just one thing is remaining, that we need to add a footer here. So this is our first expanded widget, this is our second expanded widget which ends here, and in here I will just say developed by Bava devs, and after that I will use the style property with the text style, and in here we need to pass our color. So I will just use colors.black 54 and the font will be 14, and after that the font will be our normal font, so it will be Poppins, and after that the size will be 14. Save it. So we got some issue here, so to fix this we need to set the height as 0.1. So after that we need to pass separate colors to these three buttons and also images and title. So I will go to the button widget, and in here I will just say color. After that for the image I will use path and title, and after that we will use our own tab. So in here we will just wrap our container into our gesture detector and use the on tab property as on tab. Save it. And now we need to pass these values. So go to the button widget, and in here the color will be, let's say, button color, and the on tab will be empty for now, and the path will be assets slash images slash, so it will be PDF file .png, and after that we need to pass the title, so it will be string and the title will be create PDF. Okay, so just copy them, paste them here and change the values. So here the color will be blue color, which is our custom color, and it will be our, and change the title as select file, and also just paste it here, change the color. So here again the color will be color blue, and after that it will be PDF internet. Let's just change the final PDF as simple PDF. Okay, we got. After that we need to pass these values. So for the color we will use our color, and for the on tab we have already used, and for the path we will just cut it from here, use our string and say path, and after that for the text we'll just use our text here. Sorry, it will be title. So this is the container, let's remove it. Okay, so finally our UI is done, and now we need to create another screen. So in here I will just say PDF screen on which we will display the PDF, and after that I will just make it stateful widget and it will be named as PDF screen, and in here I will just return a scaffold, and after that I will use a title here. So get a second, app bar and title here, so it will be text, and the title will be according to the file name, and the text style will be our text style, and in here we'll just keep it as same, and after that we need a leading property in which we will use a icon button, and on the press of this button I want to display nothing for now, and in the icon I will use an icon start arrow back rounded, and the color will be our button color, and just save it. So on the press of this I want to navigate back, so I will use navigator.pop, and okay. After that in the body we'll just use a container for now and save it. Okay, so go back to your home screen, and in here if I just click on this help button, I want to show a PDF from my assets. So how can I do that? For that we need to go to Android app, build, and in here we need to set the compiled SDK variant to 33, and after that we need to set the minimum SDK variant as 21 and target SDK variant as 33 also, and just close it. And now we need to add some packages. So go to your pubspec.yaml And here you need to add these 4 packages, which is PDFX, internet file, file picker, and shared preferences. You can also copy them from the pub.dev website and just paste them. After that, you need to stop this application and rerun it so that everything will be downloaded and you can use it. So just close it, and in the PDF screen we need to create a controller of our PDF. So it will be PDF controller, and let's name it as PDF controller, and it will be initialized later. And after that we will create a method which is load controller, and in here we need to load our controller. So it will be PDF controller is equal to PDF controller, and here we need to pass the document, which will be PDF document dot open asset, because we want to open the file from assets. So here we need to pass a path, so it will be assets/sample.pdf, and just save it. And after that we need to go to the body, and in here I will use a center widget, and in the center child I will use my PDF view, and in this view I need to pass the controller, which is our PDF controller. And after this PDF controller you can pass anything, like if you want to add the physics or scroll direction or on page change, you want to show something or do something on page snapping, so you can do that. After that just save it, go to your home screen, and in here go to this help button. So where is our help button? And here we need to navigate, so I will just say navigator dot push, and it will be material page route. And for the builder I will use a context and just navigate to my PDF screen and just save it. Okay, so if I just click on this help button, we are navigated to our this screen, but we are getting an error that PDF controller is not initialized because we forgot to load this method in our init state. So we will call this load controller here, save it. Let's come back, and now let's try it again. And here the PDF is loaded, and you can see this is your PDF file which contains 2 pages. So if you want to zoom them, you can zoom it also, as you can see. So after that we can also set the page count. So I will just go to my app bar, and the actions I will use a container, or I will just use a center widget, and in its center and in its child I will use a text widget, which will be our pages 0, and after that we need to style it. So style will be text style, and in here we need to pass the font, which is our pop-in. And after that, okay, everything is same, just save it, and you can see this is our text widget. But we also need to add some padding, so I will just change it to container and add some padding here. So edge insets dot all, and from all side I want 12 padding. We need alignment as alignment dot center, and just save it, and you can see the pages are 0. Now we need to set the pages count at this. For that I will just create a variable here, or we can do it without variable also. Okay, so after the initialization of this we need to call our set state. So it will be, let's say, future.delayed, and after that we need to pass a duration, and in this duration let's add seconds and 2, and after that we need to call our set state here. So it will be set state. Okay, so everything is done. Now we can use this PDF here, so it will be PDF controller. We need to do this PDF controller dot page counts, and just save it. And you can see pages 2 means it contains 2 pages. Let's come back and click on it again, and you can see it is null, but after 2 seconds it is 2, means it took 2 seconds to load, which is okay. We can add a condition here that if the PDF controller dot page count is equal to null, then simply set this, else use this. Come back. In here, after 2 seconds, it will be displayed. Okay, so everything is done. Let's go back, and we have done one thing, that how can we add our PDF from assets. Now we need to load the PDF from URL and from the file. So how can we do that using a single screen? Because we don't want to create multiple screens for URL and select file. So to do that, we need to add a switch in our PDF screen. So in this load controller, we'll just say make it async, and after that I will use a switch here. So it will be switch case, and the switch will be according to a index. So I will just use a final int, which will be a index, and after that we need to pass it here and make it required this dot index. Okay, so we will use the index for our switch, and if the index is 0, means we want to load the file from our URL. Okay, so we want to add widget dot index. Okay, so if the index is 0, we want to load the file from our assets. So just cut it and paste it here, so it will load the file from our assets. After that, if the case is 1, means the index is 1, then we want to say that load the PDF from our URL. So for that we need to remove this and say open data, and in here we will need to use our internet file dot get, and in here we need to pass the URL. So I will just create a variable here which is URL is equal to, and this is our URL. And what's the issue here? Okay, we need to add another bracket, and we are done. Let's go to our home screen, and if we click on this button, we need to pass the index, so the index will be 0. And after that, let's just copy this method, this navigator.push, and remove this. Okay, so if I just click on my open URL, here is our open URL. Okay, so if I just click on it, I want to add the index as 1 because we want to add the file from our URL. Okay, so let's try. If I just click on it, the PDF from my assets is displayed, and come back, and if I click on the URL will be downloaded, and the PDF file is here. As you can see, it is dummy file. And now we need to work on our select file. For that we need to use our file picker package. So I will just create one in my home screen. So I will say file picker result, which can be nullable, so it will be file picker result, and just save it. So on the click of this button, we need to do something. So this is our select file, so it will be an async method. So here we need to say file picker result is equal to await file picker dot platform dot pick files, because we want to pick a single file. And after that we can also add some extensions here. So for allowed extensions, we want to show only PNG, and after that we want to show type as file type dot custom, and you can also pass some other values, that if you want to select multiple files or dialog show everything. So I will just keep it simple. So after this, I need to check if the file picker result is not equal to null. So if it is not equal to null, I need to use our navigator method, navigator.push, and after that material page route, and in here I need to pass the context, and after that I will say PDF screen, and in this index we need to pass 2. So I will just pass 2 here. But before that, let's set our path here. So path will be equal to file picker result dot files dot single, because we are selecting a single file, and after that path, and just save it. Add a null check here. Okay, so now we also need to pass the path. So for that, let's go to our PDF screen, and in here create a final which will be a string path, and it will be a nullable. And after that we need to say this dot path. Let's come back, and we need to pass our path here, so it will be path. Save it, and now we need to remove this constant, and we are good. Okay, so after that, go to PDF screen, and in here, if the case is 2, we need to say PDF controller is equal to our PDF controller, and for the document it will be PDF document dot open file, and in here we need to pass the widget dot path, and just save it. And after that we need to say break. So there is an issue that string cannot be assigned to string. Okay, let's change it to string. Okay, so after that, let's go back to home screen, and here let's check everything. That if I click on this, okay, we did a mistake here, that we need to say PDF, because we only want to select the PDF files. And I hope everything is good. And if I just click on the select file, we can select file from here, and if I just click on any of these, you can see this is the file we imported from our storage, and we can also zoom it. So I hope everything is clear. If there is any issue, you can ask in the comments. We will add the recent files and create PDF functionality in our next video. So if you like this video, press that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and also press that bell icon so you will be notified whenever a new episode is uploaded. So see you in the next one. Till that, Allah Hafiz.